In the 20s, people around the world should know there is a city in the Republic of China called Shanghai. But after since 1949, the Communist Party took over the Republic of China, which makes people live in Shanghai came to Hong Kong and develop. Until the 60s, Hong Kong became the other Shanghai. Plus, our very first popular idol that is produced by Hong Kong, Sam Hui, really changed the way that people see Hong Kong in the Southeast Asia. The big change of music arrangement, Cantonese lyrics became insanely hit in Hong Kong. Today, people will still discuss about the 60s, 70s, 80s entertaining industries. In this episode, we are going to talk about the new age pop in the end of 60s and the start of 70s. Without a further ado, let's begin our second episode. Episode 2. The 70s of Cantopop and the influence of televisions. Before, Hong Kong and China used to have an unblocked border. But after 1949, the Hong Kong government started building restrictions between Hong Kong and China. So lots of Chinese left their hometown and came to Hong Kong just to want to put the word freedom in their dictionary. But at the same time, people who are not able to leave China have to stay in China used to listen and watch Hong Kong entertainment to entertain themselves. You have to know that people who live under the Chinese Communist Party are not able to enjoy freedom. They have no such entertaining industries. You can't listen any music, no movies, no TV series. They have movies, but it's only a few to choose. In the 60s, inside China, there's only 8 movies that you can watch in the cinema. In the 90s, the gaming culture starts blooming. But inside China, there is no Nintendos, there is no PlayStations. Even nowadays, if you go to China and you log into your PlayStation stores, you have a completely different game in there. Because of all those restrictions of Chinese governments. And this is also one of the main reasons that's why the Hong Kong entertainment industries is such popular, such hits during the mid of 20th centuries. Remember I said that Hong Kong youth tends to listen to the Western popular culture last time? In the 60s, the pop culture in the United States is a massive fame. Songs such as White Christmas, Pretty Woman, Imagine came out during that period. Cantopop is not even a tip of the US popular culture, which makes Hong Kong musicians start learning from them. And songs sound like the US pop song as well. Lots of Cantopop mention the lifestyle in Hong Kong from the 70s to nowadays. Songs are a reflection of the society environment. The song that I'm going to play later was mentioned the tragic of people working in Hong Kong, typically work hard but in low salaries, which is also quite similar as nowadays Hong Kong. This song is called Bun Gan Bat Leung, which is an idiom in Cantonese. I'm not going to explain the word today, but the song is referring to the unfair of the Hong Kong society environments. But talking about the music arrangement, try to pay attention to the intro and the guitar solo in the middle of the song. Really brings out the vibe of the 70s of United States popular musics. So, enjoy.
我哋呢班打工仔，通街走的直頭係壞腸胃，揾嗰些少到月底點夠使？銀國位確係認真濕滯，最弊波士喐啲發威，癲過雞，一比喺樹係唔係就亂嚟廢，翳親加身塊面揦起惡睇，扭下計你就認真開胃。 世為錢幣做奴隸，嗰種辛苦折墮講出嚇鬼，死俾你睇，咪話冇乜所謂。為錢幣做奴隸，嗰種辛苦折墮講出嚇鬼，死俾你睇，咪話冇乜所謂。
Nowadays, Hong Kong people should basically know how to speak at least 2 to 3 languages fluently. But back in the days, Hong Kong people tend to only speak Cantonese because of the lack of educations. Only very little people understand Mandarin and English because of the lack of educations. Except Hong Kong students or people who works in the governments. In the song, if you do not understand Cantonese, but you also can listen to the rhyming phrases, which makes people get more easier to memorize. Talking about the lyrics, inside the Cantonese world, we have 2 main categories. First is the spoken Cantonese, and second is the written Cantonese. Both have different grammar. Well, spoken Cantonese is what you speak to people and you use as a daily basis. Written Cantonese is obviously you have to write a passage, then you will use written Cantonese. In this song, Sam Hui sung in a spoken Cantonese. As I said, because of the lack of education, some people may not understand written Cantonese. Nowadays, songs produced from the 90s until right now, lyrics tends to use written Cantonese. In the music arrangement, the guitar chord progression repeatedly playing in the background make people easier to play. The drum beat pattern is, first you may find it was quite complicated, but after that you notice that it was keep repeating the same pattern. I personally think that Sam Hui opened the gates of Hong Kong band formation. Like people can sing in very easy lyrics, play very easy chord progression in the guitar, which makes easier to format a band back in the days. On the other hand, it also opened the gates of the golden age of Hong Kong popular music, which is exactly in the 80s of Hong Kong. In the end of 1960s, Hong Kong entertainment style bloomed. Television set is spread to every home. Drama series and the theme songs now with Cantonese lyrics instantly become more hits. New composer and lyricists, the second generation who immigrated to Hong Kong earlier, were more attentive to Hong Kong local value and sentiments. Pride was in the air and well reflected by the Cantonese song, now labeled as Canton Pop by Billboard. Since then, Hong Kong freedom expression was well captured by Canton Pop. TVB 無線電視 Television Podcast Limited is the only free Cantonese channel in the world. During the period, people who lived in Singapore, Malaysia and Macau also watches TVB. Because their native language is Cantonese, and TVB is their main entertainment. TV series are widely produced in Cantonese. I remember my parents told me, when they were young, they see kids running back to home from school about 4 p.m. at the afternoon and catch their favorite cartoon in TVB. Until the night time, the adult will rush back to home and catch up the newest TV series every night. They don't want to miss a part of the series, not even the theme song. TV series create lots of famous actor and actress, such as Stephen Chow, Zhou Xingqi, in The Final Combat, 蓋世豪俠, and Maggie Cheung, Zhang Manyuk, in The Police Cadets 84, 新澤師兄. And this one, you may know it because he is one of the Hollywood actor. Chow Yun-fat plays as Hui Min-kang in the TV series The Bund, 上海灘. Talking about The Bund, the theme song of this TV series is the classic of Canton Pop. I mean, not only the theme song, even the TV series are also classic. Those Chinese people will still watch The Bund nowadays. I'm sure there's also more foreign people will find this TV series in the internet. Well, let's get back to the theme song. The theme song is same as the TV series title. It's also called 上海灘. Even nowadays, Hong Kong youth should listen to this song as well, which is written by James Wong, Wang Jim, and the godfather of Canton Pop, Joseph Koo, Koo Ga-fai. Let me introduce Joseph Koo to you guys first. Joseph was a very well-known composer in Hong Kong. Almost plenty of TVB TV series theme song is also composed by Joseph Koo, which James Wong is also one of his best friend. So every time if you can see James Wong with the lyrics, 85 and 90%, the composer is Joseph Koo. And this is also the best combination of Canton Pop of all time. Their song is never run out of date. I can confidently say that song is written by James Wong and Joseph Koo can also compete to nowadays Canton Pop. The theme song 上海灘 had a very grand big band playing and the catchy lyrics sung by Francis Yip Lai Yi. Nowadays, if Francis Yip held a concert anywhere in the world, this song must sing by her. Otherwise, her friends must have a demonstration after the concert. But anyway, I would really love to introduce this song to you guys, 上海灘, the classic of Canton Pop. Enjoy.
Long 耗盡了世間事，混作滔滔一片潮流，是喜是愁，浪裏分不清歡笑悲憂，成功失敗，浪裏看不出有理由。愛你恨你，問君知否？似大江一發不收，轉千彎，轉千盼，亦未平復，始終爭鬥，又有喜又有愁，就算分不清歡笑悲憂，仍願翻百千浪，在我心中起伏夠。就算分不清歡笑悲憂，仍願翻百千浪，在我心中起伏夠，仍願翻百千浪，在我心中起伏夠。
I chose a live version, which is sung in a few years ago, but it's also sung by Francis Yip, and the orchestra behind is the Hong Kong Philharmonic Orchestra. The song is also rearranged by Joseph Koo himself again, but because of the original version was a lower resolution, in this version have a higher quality. I really want to share the best of this song to every one of you, because I feel really happy to share the classics of Canton pop to everyone, whether you are a foreign friend, you're a foreign audience, or you're from Hong Kong. I still feel very happy about it. So please comment below and tell me, what do you feel about this song? The tone that Francis sung is not a modern tone if you have paid attention, which is because the TV series mentioned about the 20s of Shanghai Gang. And if you remember the last episode, I said about 100 years ago, 1920s, the popular culture in Shanghai is 时代区. And in Hong Kong, people tend to listen to Cantonese opera. So Francis chose to use a mixture of 时代区 and Cantonese opera to present the song. Talking about the music and lyrics, there is a story behind it, and I would like to share it today. The director of The Bund requested Joseph Koo to compose the theme song of this series, which has to be grand opening and ear-catchy at the beginning. Then Joseph composed the first 6 notes of this song, which is bum bum ba, bum bum ba. Well, this is the first 6 notes. And he called his best friend, James Wong, to be the lyrics of this song. But there is one more requirement from Joseph Koo. He called James Wong and was like, you can't change this first 6 notes. And James was like, huh? But in a stutter, James told Joseph he gonna take a dump badly. So he went to the toilet and do his job. While he is doing his job, he suddenly a word long ban long lao immediately ran into his head, which means long is wave, ban and lao is the action that the waves smash together hardly, which when he's taking a dump he think of this word long ban long lao. And surprisingly, this 4 word matched these 6 notes of melody perfectly. And here is how the song came out. After it, the bun, this TV series, the storyline, the actor, the actress, the theme song became the classic of Hong Kong entertainment industry. As I said just now, Chow Yun-fat even became one of the most popular actors in Hong Kong since then. He even went to Hollywood since 1995. Maybe you can find him in some movies inside Hollywood. Frances, she said this theme song made out her life. People know her is because of this song. People from around the world know her and also know this song. So you can see that's the influence of the 80s of Cantopop, especially in the televisions, made a big change of the entire entertaining industries. So same as Sam Hui, TVB also did a great job to open the golden age of Cantopop. People start getting more attention into Hong Kong entertainment. Different Hong Kong singer and actor start getting more well known, such as Andy Lau, Jackie Chan, Leslie Cheung, Ellen Tam. Even Jackie Chan was also invited to the Hollywood after about the 90s and 2000s. Next time, we will talk about the golden age of the Hong Kong entertainment industries, the 80s. And I think I am going to stop right here. If you reach this far, please consider to subscribe my channel and my podcast, or maybe leave a like. This will help me a lot. Every time before I finish, I would like to introduce a modern Cantopop song. And this time, I would like to introduce a boy band in Hong Kong, just like BTS in Korea. But it is a very new boy band that they were Mirror. Their name was Mirror. Yep, it's what reflects your face, Mirror. Mirror came out in 2018 and they gained a lot of fans in Hong Kong during these few years. Their songs are energetic. I don't know if you guys remember the Hong Kong anti-government demonstration makes lots of Hong Kong people feel depressed. And there's a few singer and band formation gave us lots of energy, and one of them was Mirror. And I will apologize because I'm not a big fan of Mirror, of this boy band, but my sister was. So she highly recommended me to introduce one of their songs at the end of this episode. This song I am going to introduce today is called Warrior. Yup, the song title is in English, but it is sung in Cantonese, This song is to tell people never give up, and you have to continue your dream like a warrior until your life ends. If you are into Korean boy bands, like BTS or some other boy bands around the world, I do highly recommend you to check out this boy band. They are from Hong Kong. Unfortunately, they are singing in Cantonese, but I do very impressed by their dancing, their music arrangement. And of course, lastly, remember to listen more to different genre music, not only Canton pop. And here's the last word of this episode. Enjoy.
拉關係，新 T 恤拆放機，誰用地位關制？高級的對手的力量範圍，困住了解體。急跳的給位逼尾下跪，天規靠信仰打低。難情或習慣做一隻棋，行動都顧忌。挺起腰骨，背負平練勇氣，挺起胸襟，因未來不似預期，大不了死，亦不會避。令力能做武器，敵抗能做武器，將聲音慘遭攻擊，有了準備。浩浩蕩蕩迎來另一新世紀，越鬧越熱鬧是轉機，越靜默越寂寞難有驚喜。運用念力凡人亦都可以飛，拆去幾多關卡，多了幾多怪卡，擁抱它，以身去灌溉天地。我捉緊獨有氣魄，靠節拍吹散困惑，無視踐踏，鑄造盔甲，出發攻塔，將程度規格逐一擊殺，用汗與血作抵押，無懼孤注一擲。新基因辛苦死後流面前，變化賣着舊軟件，變賣弄着舊日經典。新規則新老細做實驗，實驗一支火，成員未退出陰暗面，成敗都正面。以閃光燈着地球大作戰，而咪高峰大預言一個10年。每一次欠，發一次電，越定型越要變，越激動越要變，超過出火星軌跡，快過閃電。浩浩蕩蕩迎來另一新世紀，越鬧越熱鬧是轉機，越靜默難有驚喜。運用念力凡人亦都可以飛，拆去幾多關卡，多了幾多怪卡，擁抱它，以身血灌溉天地。Never give up, never give up, I got a warrior heart. Never give up, never give up, never give up, I got a warrior heart. 封閉嘅態度，我畫上句號。新世界創造一班被選中嘅細路，不驕不傲，不斷變化再進化，入連場風暴。信號收到，出發偉大航道。標準有新嘗試，摩打有新電池，殘舊配件很友善，停頓再開始。新的古蹟，新的史詩不設定義，輾轉反側即將湧出新一批幼稚。越寂寞難有驚喜，隨受念力凡人。